Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Wards and Wardens. So last episode we were elected as the Holy Roman Emperor. Didn't make a lot of progress in that video because we just had so much that we had to take care of, and it seems like that's going to be continuing in today's video because we got a lot of things we need to do here in the beginning. So first of all, I went ahead and set up our men-at-arms. We now have light footmen. I got rid of those two that we had, and we're probably going to get another siege engine one once we have a bit more money. But all of these are fully built up now, including up to level 9 for the siege engines, because of course we've got that one knight accolade here, which allows us to get that a little bit higher. That's the Iron Knight for the besieger. We need to get a successor here. Before we do that, let's actually go ahead and appoint a new accolade knight. And we have several different choices here. The one with the highest prowess is this character here, very young. And he's got some interesting options. You got the contender, so that makes him better at grand tournaments, or makes him better at getting experience for those. You got the idealist and the disciplinarian, which is probably the one we'd go with if we were to go with this guy here. He also has access to the charmer trait. We do have other choices though, including this character here. He's a little bit older, so probably wouldn't want to give him this position, but he does have the vanguard, which we want to get somebody with that as a primary trait. So that'd be an interesting option, but again, I think he's a little bit too old. Honestly, that top character is probably the best option just based on age. All these other knights are getting up there in age at this point. So yeah, I think Casper is the one we're going to appoint here. And again, we're going to do the disciplinarian. So that reduces levy maintenance, increases the reinforcement rate for the levies, and also reduces the hostile county attrition. That's pretty useful. This one here is really just opinion increases. Negotiating a white peace provides prestige, but yeah, obviously that's not that helpful. So yeah, I really think that this one's the best. And then maybe as a secondary one, you go for the contender for the grand tournaments. So yeah, it looks pretty good. It's called the Hammer of the Non-Believers. Sure, why not? Unless you guys got a better name for it. So many of our accolade successors are actually older than the current holders, so they probably won't succeed to those positions. But we can't appoint anybody else or can't look for a different successor as long as we have somebody here. So we'll just have to leave that as is for now. The next thing we need to do is take care of the tech we're researching, or the innovation, since we are now the head of our culture. Before the emperor was, and now we're the emperor, so we are the head of our culture's tech here. And we're currently doing the bailiffs, which is nice for the additional building slot. That's helpful, and we can get it in 10 years, but I think we're going to switch over to battlements. We really need that one, and it's already going to take a really long time, even when you're focusing on it. 38 years. That's a long time, guys. This one here would take a really long time now that we're not researching anymore, but I think this is the priority, guys. So let's do that, and besides, we might not be the head of the culture for very long, because remember, we are set to currently lose this election, or our heir is. However, I'm hoping we can improve the situation here. We're the only one currently voting for Gerhard, but there's some that are pretty close. Surprisingly, Gottfried, he just continues to surprise me. I just don't think he wants problems with our dynasty anymore after what happened to his family. But yeah, you could increase opinion. I mean, he already likes us, so there's nothing you can do there besides getting a hook to force a vote. But some of these other characters, we might be able to boost it just enough, like this guy here, the drunkard. So let's go ahead and improve his opinion. Unfortunately, he lost that bit of opinion from that rude modifier from that event that we had last episode. So let's go and sway him, since we're not swaying anybody, so it makes sense. I just want to take a look and make sure that our opinion with the Prince Bishop is up, and it is. Most of our council likes us quite a bit. Otto's the lowest here with the 61 rating. You know, our character's very well liked. Now, one thing I wanted to note here is I think there's something broken with the game, at least this version of the game, when it comes to the stress events. Like, everybody has some type of stressful modifier and is scarred as well. There's lots of scars. You'll notice everybody is scarred. But yeah, look at this. Everybody's wounded and scarred. And almost everybody has, or not almost everybody, as you've seen, those two didn't, but a lot of people have this trait, which is also a stress event trait. So I think it's the stress system. It's really only like the young characters. There's another one here, but even he has a stress event trait. He's incapable. But yeah, look at this. This thing is everywhere. Just looking at the rulers. This is not even looking like dukes and counts and stuff. Now, given it's stressful being at this level here, but it seems a lot more prevalent than it used to be. Like, everybody has some stress traits. I think there's something not working properly, honestly, guys. Especially seeing this being as prevalent as it is, and that's why I think that's why everybody's so scarred. I was looking at our frontier, and like, you know, when you first load up the game, you're seeing your family, yourself, your spouse, and your heir, and all of us are scarred. Like, we got scars and bruises and just busted up everywhere. So is our spouse here, and then yeah, Gerard is as well, which we know he got his from that event. So I was like, man, we're just a group of scarred up individuals, aren't we? You can make the argument maybe it makes sense for the time, or that, you know, being a ruler is very stressful, but I don't know. Something seems broken there. Because it wasn't always like that, so I think something needs to be adjusted. Something with the stress, or I don't know, some mechanic that's causing a problem. I don't really know. But yeah, we need to deal with these two here. And this one is in our main duchy here. So I think we're going to take his title from him. So yeah, let's just go ahead and revoke his title. Remember, these are the two who rebelled from us. And so yeah, it's right that we take their titles from them. And now that he's freed, or excuse me, now that he's been removed from his position, I don't see any reason to actually kill him. He didn't rebel from us. So we're just gonna go ahead and ransom him for the money. Even though he's got that claim, he'll be alright. Not too worried about him. But we're gonna be taking her entire duchy from her. So yeah, we're gonna take that. She only has the one county there. But yeah, we're gonna take that from her. And so that will put us over the cap here by 2. And then, yeah, I don't really see any reason to keep her locked up either, though she doesn't have any money. Could just release her for a hook. Another option would be to recruit her and then marry her off to like a knight or something. Because, I mean, she is a princess. So she has a lot of prestige here. And so it makes sense that you'd like recruit her, take the hook. You could also force her to take the vows since she has all these claims. That'd be an option as well. Turn her into a nun. But I think she's more useful, you know, for us to marry her off to somebody. And I think that's what we're going to do. And it makes a lot of sense that you would do that with somebody who has such a heritage and, you know, part of the ruling dynasty in France there. And horrible as it is, I think it's something we would probably do. You could also make the argument that you'd force her to become a nun. So this is one of these common travel events here. Looks like we don't want to do that option as we're brave. Yeah, we'll just apply some of it back home. This results in some stress, but you get the improved pastures, which is pretty useful. So go ahead and get that. And it was misinterpreted, so we didn't actually get the bonus there. It looks like our youngest son has gotten his trait, and it's the learning one. Okay. All right, ransom was accepted. And this Duke here has gotten severely injured. Okay, not entirely sure what happened to him, but he's of Upper Burgundy, and yeah, he's near death. He's definitely going to die. So his young son will be inheriting his title. I wonder if he was in any factions or anything, because we actually have quite a few powerful factions at the moment. Yeah, we don't need to accept this because we've already sent an offer to her. She just hasn't accepted just yet. But yeah, we have some problems with factions here. Quite a few. None of them are powerful enough to rise up. But yeah, these ones who want to get independence. It looks like the King of Bohemia left it. He was, or maybe it was this one he was in. Not this one. This one. Here he is. So he's in this one. This is a Liberty faction. So they want to reduce the crown authority. And so yeah, we got some powerful vassals in here with a king and a duke. So certainly an issue. They're not going to send an ultimatum right now, but something to watch. And so yeah, we need to do what we can to try and reduce those factions and their power. So we're going to go ahead and arrange a marriage for her. With who, I'm not entirely sure. I'm thinking maybe a knight, or you can also arrange a marriage for, you want to get an alliance or anything like that, but you can arrange a marriage with somebody in our realm, but yeah, I don't know why you'd do that. I think you'd like reward a knight. This is what we'll do. Let's we're gonna go ahead and mark her just so I don't lose her. So we're gonna go ahead and pin her up there, and then we're gonna take a look at our knights see who we want to reward. Maybe one of our acclaimed knights. I'm thinking somebody who's maybe not too old, but perhaps not the newest one. Yeah, we're gonna give him a princess. He's a noble, so it's not like she's being forced to marry somebody who you know, doesn't already have nobility. And yeah, so she's the top choice here, and we're gonna send that proposal off. And so yeah, she's been forced to marry him. I'm sure she wasn't happy with that. It's kind of a messed up situation, honestly. You could also arrange a marriage for like this young guy here. I generally don't arrange marriages for my knights just because it takes too long. We could try and find him a spouse. And when you're doing marriages for your knights, the only thing that really matters, obviously you want to do the not lowborn, but is inheritable traits. There's not really any other factors to consider outside of, I guess, claims. You can consider claims. So generally I'm like trying to make like lines of great knights or whatever. So you're looking for like some hell traits. Or you can do like the geniuses too if you just want somebody who's got a variety of skills. But yeah, if we're looking at prowess here, I mean, maybe just her. They're around the same age. Sure, why not? So we'll send that proposal off. So just our accolades, maybe arrange marriages for them. But everybody else kind of like, they're alright. These guys are all old anyway. They'd never had a wife. It's kind of messed up when you think about it. But yeah, I just don't like spending the time to do... Oh, okay, so a bunch of stuff just happened here. We got called into war, but then we died. And I think we just lost the imperial title as well. We just didn't have time to arrange to get control of it again. Now we do have all these titles I didn't hand out either. I was supposed to do that. But we died, so we didn't get to do any of that. So yeah, let's go ahead and read this. So we're now playing as our third character here. So Kaiser Gerard of the Holy Roman Empire rests in the arms of the Lord at 45 years of age. He died from his wounds. A zealous man, he fought for the glory of God against the heathens in one of the greatest holy wars of recent history. King Gerard ascends to the throne, a cold, heartless man. He is rumored to feel nothing and care for no one. So this is going to be an interesting character to play as. And what's kind of good is that we're playing as him as a young man. You know, with his age, with the age difference here, I was expecting that he'd be like in his 30s or 40s, probably close to his 40s by the time that we actually took over as him. But that Duke pretty much took us out with that poison that he gave us. The wounds played a little bit of factor, but yeah, I don't think that was it, guys. But yeah, he was dreaded. I think that was just because we put down that rebellion. He's a cultural head. That's his fame. He almost got to the next level, but didn't quite get there to the highest level. He finished up to one branch. I wish we would have gotten a little further than that. Fought in 7 total wars, including that one crusade. Hosted 3 activities, a university visit, a grand tournament, and a grand wedding. And he attended 7 total activities. So only one of those was a grand tournament. I could have swore he went to a couple of grand tournaments. A little surprise. It's not counting those. Maybe because we didn't, did we not participate in those? Not entirely sure. I thought we did. But it was actually his friend, one of his really good friends, this count here, who won the election, which is really surprising. He's incredibly weak. So the emperor does not have much power right now. He's also Dutch. So we might still be the head of the culture. So we'll have to take a look at that. But yeah, that's the new Kaiser. And we just lost that one position. But we also gave up some of the vassals that we had to the former emperor, you know, the former emperor's son. Take a look at the lineage here. So he played for our first character 14 years, 22 years as Kaiser Gerard, which I think he was a fantastic ruler. He did a great job. And now we're playing as Gerard II, technically Gerard III in our line, but he was not the king. So King Gerard II. And we also lost all those artifacts. I wonder if we lost all of the artifacts we had. I'm not entirely sure how that works, which ones are tied. Yeah, we'll have to take a look and see what we still got. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted. We were not emperor for very long, maybe a year. So they elected somebody who couldn't do that position for very long. So yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. And apparently, is this character that's at the hunt? Apparently our son was at a hunt at the time. Oh, we need to pause this. And he was also searching for a wet nurse at the same time. Okay, so we just got to get used to being this new character here. And also he brings in those new titles too that we have here. So yeah, we got to hand out 3 titles now because we can't hold 8 anymore because we're not an emperor. And apparently we're looking for a wet nurse. I suppose we'll just select the best one here. We got to take a look at how we're going to be playing as well because we got this new character. We got a lot of stuff to do with us having a new character. But yeah, we're at this hunt currently. This is this Prince Bishop here. So let's start out by looking at the royal court. Just kind of see what the situation is here. I'm wondering if we have anything. So it looks like we just have what we had before. I hope we still have the book as well. So yeah, we'll just put both of these banners up again. Yeah. So we'll do here in the center one. I guess you do the dynasty one since you can place them both now. So let's go and place that one as well. And then we just have that. I think that one looks pitiful. So honestly, we're going to put it over here. It's so tiny. So we'll put that in place. And we still have our book as well. So we have that. Won't help our current character as much though because he does not have the martial lifestyle. And I suppose that's what we're going to do next. Let's go and get our lifestyle selected. Also, we need to take a look at our traits. Let's do that first. So remember, King Gerard II, he's callous. So he's heartless and cold-blooded and different to most. So a very cruel character. Now, he's not sadistic. Like, he doesn't get pleasure in hurting people. I think that's the main difference between those two traits. Like, he's not going to be like down in the dungeon just torturing people for no reason. But he lacks compassion is the key here. He doesn't have compassion for other people. He's, heartless. And so that's the way we have to play that. We don't intentionally, we're not going to be like down in our dungeon just torturing people left and right as if we had the sadistic trait. He's also wrathful, so he's quick to anger, and he's brave. And he's an elusive shadow. So we're going down that intrigue lifestyle branch for the first time. Our first 2 characters are both martial. He also got a really good education. We might want to have him go to the university and try and get that level 5. He'd be our first level 5 character that we've ever played with for the education level. So as far as the 3 branches here, I feel like intimidation is probably what he would go for. He could also go with this one, but yeah, I think intimidation fits the best for him, honestly. And also gives you that natural dread there, but I think that's what he would want to go for. You can see he's already gone down the torture branch. I don't know how well that fits for him. I mean, he would torture people if he needed to, though. But I'm thinking we might switch over to the schemer. Maybe we'll finish this up later here. Yeah, I think we're going to start down that. We won't reset the perks. We'll leave them as is, which he's currently getting 50% chance to gain either intrigue or prowess when he tortures somebody, and dreadful. So that dread gain has increased. So a lot of notifications we're going to have here, and frankly, we need to get rid of these titles. So we have the titles that our father took over here that need to be handed out, though it looks like we lost control of this title here for some reason. And not entirely sure what happened there, how we lost that. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. But we do have too many duchy titles now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got to get rid of a duchy title. And we need to get rid of 3 of our counties as well. I suppose we'll start with this one here. Let's also take a look at our council here, because yeah, this is all going to be different as well. So you're going to need to change up who you have here. So currently got Albert there. But we're going to have a whole new crop of powerful nobles. So these are our powerful nobles at this point. I wonder if we still got beef with Gottfried. I kind of feel like we wouldn't anymore. I think our family doesn't care as much. Did it really go this far down the line? I don't think so. So we probably could put him into a position, though these guys all absolutely hate us. Yeah, they really, really don't like us. I wonder why we're getting this unpreferred heir. Because it's not an election. Maybe it has something to do with the Holy Roman Empire. Mechanic, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, maybe it's because our heir is a girl. That could be the problem. Okay, so yeah, we'd have to have a son. I'm just assuming that's what that modifier is about. But yeah, everybody hates us. We're going to be looking at some serious factions if we don't take care of this situation here. We already have this count currently in a faction. But yeah, if we don't want to face a very large rebellion here, which I don't even know if we can pay for all these troops we just got. Yeah, because we just raised up all these troops here. We'll have to see what happens here, but yeah, I think the money could end up becoming a situation. Let's go and start with the council. I think that's the best way for us to handle some of this discontent. Although, wait a minute. Oh, that's interesting. So Lotharingia actually increased in power here. We gained control of this guy, which... he's a serious threat. He's almost as powerful as we are now that we're no longer the emperor. He was a threat to us even when we were the emperor. Now we do have all those alliances. He would not negotiate an alliance here. We should probably take a look and see if what all we can do with alliances, because we did do all those marriages, and so some of them can be negotiated. So let's just take a look. Obviously our brother, we'd want to do the alliance with him. And so maybe we'll give him some of these titles. It makes sense. He only had the one county. Our father was always planning to give him another one. There's also Duke Magnus. Yeah, definitely want to negotiate an alliance with him. We might need some assistance in these wars. The King of Scotland. This is one I'm not so sure of. It's our aunt currently that's married to him. I feel like that's going to bring us into conflicts we're not really interested in. So I don't think we're going to do that marriage. And will he even be able to come over here and assist us? Who knows? And then there's this countess here as well. She's underneath the new emperor, the impaler. He doesn't have much troops. I'm not entirely sure. I guess this is our uncle. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the mayor's there is from, but yeah, we're not going to arrange that alliance. So that's it. That's all we got, guys. Okay. So I need to get rid of one of these duchies that we hold. So where is our brother at? What we might do is give him one of these duchies. I think it makes a lot of sense that we would grant him one. And so that's him, Prince Magnus. You could give him our old title here in Luxembourg. Could also give him this kingdom if we wanted to. But that would make him free. And put him under risk as well. Maybe we'll just keep the kingdom here. There's only one title there that we currently have. And I almost think we should continue to hold it. We do have to work on control as well. I mean, we've got to see what all of our council's doing currently, I suppose. So first things first, let's get rid of this one. We know we don't want to keep that one there. Also, the accolades. Damn. All right, so we have to redo all these as well, don't we? Or at least get them appointed. Seems that they're... Did we lose all our knights? Did they stay in the imperial courts? I think that's what happened there, guys. Or it's just messed up right now. Alright, so we're going to have to wait, let it play before we can really mess with the knights. We'll have to do that later. So that's fine. I mean, it's not fine. You don't want to lose that position, but let's take a look and see what we got over here as well. Okay, so he has a fine brooch currently. So we need to replace something. So he's got his milk tooth. Okay. So... this is a fertility increase. You should probably put that in place because we need to have more children. And so let's get rid of the one that gives the worst bonuses, which is probably going to be the tooth. It's kind of a weird one to have anyway. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of that and put in the fine brooch instead. Though, looks like I selected the wrong one. But the lock of hair, this is from our spouse. And so that increased our seduce scheme power and our spouse opinion. Okay, so we put that in place. Where our court is something where we might want to look at for saving money. I'm not entirely sure how much money he's spending on that. Let me just take a look here at the grandeur. So it's all at the medium levels. We might not be able to afford that anymore. So we'll have to see if we want to reduce that once we figure out how much money we have going. But knights. This is what I came in here to do, is to look for somebody to give this barony to. We don't really have knights that don't have counties. Because I think all of our knights stayed in the imperial court, so we lost all of them, unfortunately. It was, that's a real bummer when you lose that position. Honestly, it might be for the best not to be elected to it, because it causes you all kinds of problems here. So we can't just easily hand out that barony right now. Let's let everything update, guys, because clearly a lot of stuff going on over here. Like with the accolades. I guess we do need to appoint our council, though. That's pretty important. Shadow of Fame, Twilight. There are whispers about the tales and deeds of my father, disgraced Kaiser Gerard. Was he disgraced? What did that happen? Everybody loved him. That's baloney. Everywhere I go, near or far, it seems there's nobody who's not heard his name. Now that would be true. I wonder, will I always stay in the shadow of my father? Or will I be able to achieve as much fame in my life as him? How high will I be able to climb? So we can say one day I'll be like you, Gerard. We get that Shadow of Fame, Twilight, increasing our stress gain and our monthly prestige. Or I'm glad to have such a famous father. And so that's the Dusk one. And so you lose prestige, but helps with stress. I feel like our character would aspire to be as prestigious as his father was. I think that makes sense. So the council is what we need to deal with here, which I guess we can take a look at the situation here. Because we also lost, we lost everything here, guys. Yeah, I don't really like that. Getting the imperial title and then losing it all. That's kind of crappy. Yeah, I didn't like how this went down. So we need to, I'm not seeing the court physician position. Oh, it's our wife. Okay, it threw me off because, yeah, she has the position. Is she the best one for that job? Let me just take a look here. She's average aptitude. I really don't know. I mean, I guess she's a novice physician. This is not the worst to have your spouse in that position, I guess. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep her in that position there. But what about the court tutor? Nobody meets that requirements. Okay, so we have a very unimpressive court currently. All right, so let's go ahead and get these positions into somebody's hands who's really a little bit more, higher ranking. Yeah, like he should probably be our steward, although the Duke of Flanders is better at that. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. So for the Chancellor position, we're going to do Duke Roger. And of course, we're going to piss everybody off when we fire them. It is what it is. Prince George here is going to be our steward. Our marshal isn't going to be very good, most likely. You know what? Maybe I should have had him be the marshal and him be the steward. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, so we're going to actually flip-flop these two here for Prince George. So let's swap that. And then this mayor will be replaced here with the Duke of Flanders, which was our father's former steward before he went to the imperial title. And then for the spymaster, Duke Godfried, surprisingly. So all these guys hate us. Not a good situation here with your council, of them all disliking that much. I really thought that would fix the situation, but yeah, it didn't fix it. We also want to take a look at our spouse, what position or what job we have her doing. Currently this is getting us 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Or you can focus on something like, I mean, you can just boost the learning. I don't think that's going to be as useful. Okay, so clearly leaving her on the assist ruler is probably the best option for us. Now, remember, we're now an intrigue-focused character here. Currently trying to boost the Prince Bishop, and that is probably the best use of our personal scheme here. I feel like we need to start taking out anybody who is a threat to us. Now, you can't just take out these guys here. Also, he is married to our family, married into our family here. He won't ally with us, though. So that's kind of the problem here. So maybe just take him out instead, because he's a huge threat to us. Now, that does result in this boy taking over, which, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there. But, you know, I talked about this, that we have our sister lined up. That's actually a matrimonial marriage, so maybe we want to take out the boy here first. Yeah, so we could do that. Or, yeah, you know what? It'd probably best to take Prince George out first. Because we're going to be doing a lot of murders, I think. So yeah, maybe take him out because he's a threat. And we already had some agents join. We need to take a look and see what our council's currently doing. So he's currently disrupting schemes, but I think we'd want to set him up to see if he can't find any secrets. So I'll have him go to Prince George's capital here. He's currently increasing control in Luxembourg. Well, we might be granting that out, that title, so probably want to give him a different order. Let me just see what places need to have the control increased. I think it's just there and then over in Iberia, so I suppose you can keep him there for now. We need to appoint our brother some titles here, so let's go and do that. I was going to give this title out first, but yeah, we got some problems there. There's nobody really nobody good to grant it to. It doesn't have to be a knight. I suppose it could be somebody else in our court, because we got to please somebody. We need to get some characters happier with us. Maybe some of the guests, for instance. You know, I don't like going through this screen. So we'll do it through here. We got a lot of guests who have claims on the Kingdom of Hungary. Both of them do. That's interesting. But I'm thinking probably one of these characters here. Giving them a position. So I don't know if there's anybody actually in our court who would want to give this position to. We got hardly any courtiers right now. So yeah, let's do one of these two characters. They're both kind of older. This guy's a fantastic marshal. Yeah, just excellent. This Bavarian. I suppose we'll give it to him. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's give him this title. We need to get a crop of vassals that are a little bit more loyal to us. So yeah, let's go ahead and grant that title to him. Even he doesn't like us. The too many duchies, of course, is hurting us. I think we could really boost our opinion by getting rid of some of these duchies here. Let's go ahead and grant our brother this title here. There is two different titles here. This is a barony. So yeah, you grant that to him, and that really strengthens him quite a bit. He might even become a powerful vassal, which would be nice. Can we not grant him anything? He's already considering something. Oh, the alliance. So we need to let this play for a second. So yeah, we did not succeed in that hunt. Of course, all these alliances will come in here. We did get the hunter trade, so that's nice. So that got us the prowess increase, which our prowess is not anything impressive, unlike our father, who even with all his health issues was still pretty good prowess. And then of course, our brother has agreed to this alliance. Excellent. Faction already created against the Emperor. The Emperor, I don't know, I feel like the whole HRE is going to fall apart under this guy. I just don't know that he has the capacity to rule with one county. That's all he has. But yeah, let's go ahead and grant these titles to him. So we're going to go ahead and give him the county, the barony, and the duchy. So grant all of those to him. That did result in a new Prince Bishop, though. So, yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so we're going to have him work to convert here, but we now need to increase his opinion and not to this guy. So let's go ahead and work on him now. And so yeah, having further problems with the money. That's also less soldiers that we'll have now as well. But this should make him a powerful vassal, so that should update. And I guess we'd make him a marshal. And then we have to fix those knight positions too. And that could be one way for us to request some knights. So this is another event, travel event that we've seen quite a few times here. A lot of times. And this is actually with our guest here. So I mean, he doesn't have to stay with us. He's just a guest. But we wouldn't welcome him as a callous character. We're not our father. And so I feel like if he was a regular character, I'd say you're coming home with me. But he's a guest. We don't care. I think we're just going to go with this. We have no time for such juvenile infatuations. We don't care. We convince him to stay. All right. I feel like if you say you have no time for it, you wouldn't even bother to convince him to stay. We are within our domain holding limits since we got rid of that barony and then those 2 titles. So that kind of helped us out there. But yeah, let me just see if he's still not a powerful vassal. Okay, so let's go and take care of these knightly positions. There's like so much stuff we gotta do, guys. And we're gonna want to reappoint these. Though there might not be anybody for the position. Yeah, we don't really want to put that mayor in the mayor in the position because he kind of sucks. Yeah, and there's nobody for this one. Can we, yeah, I guess we're kind of limited here, aren't we? So we should probably invite knights, but the problem is we can't pay for them right now. So we're gonna have to wait until we fix our money situation. So this is that murder mapping event, which because we're a hunter, we can do it ourselves, so we will. That makes most sense. Otherwise, he'll brag about it and it'll ruin our scheme here. So the Emperor has decided to appoint us as Spy Master. All right, excellent. That's super helpful. Remember those benefits here. We get the natural dread plus 40, hostile scheme power, hostile scheme chance, and then the monthly intrigue lifestyle experience. So all those are going to be really helpful with these schemes that we're doing. We're now at a 60% chance of success, 85% chance of secrecy. There are people we can invite to this, including Prince George's Spy Master. You just bribe him and that's enough right there. But it is all our money, but I think it's worth it. It ensures this is successful and that it happens sooner. We got a lot of people to kill, guys. A lot of people. Where are we traveling right now? Oh, we're coming back from the hunt still, I suppose. Alright, so he did join. We spent all the money to do that, so hopefully he stays in that position. And we have arrived back home. Excellent. And Prince George is actually holding a grand tournament. Well, if he dies when that grand tournament's happening, it'll get canceled. I mean, he might get an attempt while there. He could just go to watch as well. Yeah, why not? Yeah, maybe we'll send this. We don't have anything else better to do. I don't know that we're going to actually try and participate, though, in this particular instance. And we are a young man. Maybe make the army still would try to participate. We don't have a caravan master, though, so we need to appoint somebody. We don't have anybody good. We'll just have to put Jasper in this position. It's better than nothing. Kind of speed it up a little bit. But the activity starts in March. We'll arrive in January, but of course with the grand tournaments, it's not a bad thing to arrive a little bit early. So yeah, we'll head on over there. And maybe we get an attempt to assassinate him while we're there. Now we still hold too many duchies, by the way. So we're getting the penalty there for the holding too many of these. And some of these aren't really that beneficial to us. So you have the 2 duchies over here. This one we don't even hold any territory there at all, but you can use that to declare war. But you could instead just give it to somebody and then use their claim for the war. So I think that's what we're going to do, guys. Let's grant it to one of these characters and also make them like us more. So let me just see. I mean, they're not going to be able to fight the war themselves because they just don't have the troop numbers. I suppose they could try, but I don't think that'd work out well for them. This guy might also just try and take the title from them. That's a real possibility as well. Let me just see. Yeah, he's not willing to become our vassal because of the different faith. I'm not entirely sure how we even lost this in the first place. That doesn't make any sense to me. We had a couple counties over here and then we just had it taken. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. That seemed kind of broken to me. Yeah, we should not have lost that territory. I'm not sure what happened. Kind of seems like a bug to me. So yeah, we'll do one of these characters here. He's in prison, so clearly not worthy of this position. He's a young man. He's not married yet. I don't think we have anybody we can arrange a marriage for him either than our wet nurse. So hopefully he'll arrange a marriage for himself here. Again, he's young though, so he's got a lot of time. I think he makes the most sense, though. Well, I guess they're both martial characters. Yeah, I feel like this character makes the most sense. So we're going to go ahead and give him the duchy here. And, you know, we'll see if he's able to take that territory. So let's grant that to him. Alright, so he's a duke now. He still doesn't like us. God, we're just getting such huge penalties here. Nobody likes our character. I suppose that makes sense with his traits. He's not the most well liked. Alright, so we're heading off to the tournament now. Again, I don't know that we're actually going to be participating. We did get a duel demanded here, and we're a brave character. So let me just take a look at who this is. This is a potential knight. Seems kind of similar to us in some degree. Yeah, we say we have no interest in either you or a fair fight. So we wouldn't gain as much stress. Again, a little bit because we're brave. But the wrathful and callous, I think, is the reason why we don't lose as much as we could. And then we'll just trample them. Instead say, you might be less valuable after I win. Not a good chance of winning this prowess challenge because he's got a much higher prowess than we do. So a good chance we lose the opinion and the prestige. Yeah, because everybody loses respect for us. And that we might get wounded. Or we can have our wife fight him instead. That makes a lot of sense. So, we're really not going to do that option. Hey, wife, go out there and fight him. Yeah, we might just trample him. Because we don't want to fight him. But we're also brave. But we got all these other traits. Just him challenging us. Screw you. So we trample him. So, it'll be interesting playing as this character here. We need to slow this down because we're missing opportunities to do stuff here, even if we're not going to participate. And, not on track to qualify. Or we are on track to qualify. Well, that's interesting. What is it? Oh, it's a board game. You know what? I think he would want to participate in the board game. Yeah, I think he would want to participate in the board game. But I don't know that triumph is our goal here. I think our goal would be to murder somebody. Now, of course, we can pick Prince George here, since we already are attempting to murder him, but we've already done all that work and paid that money to make that scheme go, and so maybe we don't murder somebody else, like perhaps the Kaiser. Who's the next person to win the election? Let me just take a look. Who's currently the leader? Not us. Yeah, not us. Looks like this guy is currently in the lead here. He also just has one county. I don't know how they're deciding who wins these elections. It's kind of silly. But yeah, we could assassinate the emperor if we wanted to do that. But I don't think that's what we want to do here. I think there's got to be some better murder options. Probably somebody who's within our own realm and is a problem. We have improved opinion with our spy master here. Let me just take a look who his son is. Okay, yeah, he's kind of garbage. Probably better keeping him alive. Well, looking at this big faction that's is most definitely going to be sending us an ultimatum to reduce our crown authority, and we would have to agree to it. There's just no way around it. Because yeah, we could not fight this. They're far more powerful than we are. If you take out Prince George, then that's one way to deal with him, but still would be a huge issue. Apparently, we kept more vassals than I thought, because we also have our vassal in southern Italy. Yeah, we kept, oh, that's interesting. He has a large chunk of Sardinia. Huh. Okay. So, yeah, we have a lot of power down here. Our kingdom does anyways. But yeah, Duke Roger is a threat, so you might want to take him out if he's here. And then both of these counts are here. I saw them. And they are contributing a lot of the faction power percentage, so maybe you deal with them. Since we already are attempting to murder Prince George. Again, I feel like you don't want to double up on that when there's other people who need to be taken out. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at all our potential options here. I assume that one Duke won't be here because it's too far for him to travel this all the way up here. But yeah, I did see those counts. They're in here for sure. Yeah, there's one and there's the other. So I think you take out him because I think he's the most powerful. So yeah, we'll try and kill him. And that's what we're here for. So as far as like the best way to improve that, it's probably not the tourney grounds. Maybe the tavern or the tent camp. Yeah, I guess we'll go to the tent camp. A familiar favor. Since Spotney and Meyer's favor tied to Count Gerard's arm yesterday, I have been racking my brains trying to figure out why it seems so familiar. When my wife, Queen Adelaide, greeted me this morning, I suddenly realized I think it belongs to her. So this is our spouse we had that grand wedding with. And let me just see if we're her lover. I don't think we're soulmates. We are soulmates. So probably not likely. We're not like the most distrusting person. But I assume we'd want to know. Yeah. If that's the case. So yeah, let's say I must know, and she could have gave her favor to somebody else. So yeah, we'll do that. See what happens here? She denies any involvement and is clearly exasperated by the accusation. I barely even know the man. Whatever she says, the seeds of doubt are already sown. So what more can I do here? And will we be able to do another event before things begin? No. Oh, maybe. You know what? Yeah, we'll have like 1 day or 2 days to do something. So we'll do the tavern next. Yeah, let's visit the tavern. Every dram of my honor, slurs Gunpold, spilling on himself, belongs with you. Servants try to restrain him, his friends offering excuses. The drunken knight swats them away. Unhand me, damn you all. King, free me from my tatty master. My oath is yours. Will you have me? Let's take a look at him. Well, I can't say that. I forgot you can't move these when you're in the tournament events. So laughter catches my throat, for Gunpold is a truly famed knight, granted high honors by his liege, Count Vicard. The wine-wrought foolery could gain me both a great warrior and a vengeful foe. Okay. He is really good. I don't think we'd care about insulting that count. So we can say, may your devotion never sway, though you do. And so his position would lose glory. He would join our court. And then we might form a rivalry with him. There's a chance. Or instead say, stand aside, idiot, your liege will hear of this. Yeah, we wouldn't do that. Or hush, mind your honor. Yeah, we wouldn't do that either. Yeah, I think this is the one we're going to go with, and we'll get ourselves a powerful knight here, who used to be an accolade knight, and we actually need new accolade knights. Alright, so we are participating in the board game here. I'm not entirely sure what other events are involved. We'll have to take a look here. The contest is going to begin. And it looks like we're going to be... we did get that Hassler trait, by the way, which of course is always nice to have for the increase of opinion, which we need opinion increases right now as a new ruler. So yeah, I'm ready. We're going to be facing off against Walter. We're going to place any bets on ourselves. And so it's a tabletop tantrum. Of course, we'd probably be throwing a tantrum. This character, by the way, is also callous. He's calm, though, so the opposite of us, and gregarious. So the table flips with an almighty thwack, sending the chess pieces flying. Walter's mood. Oh, it's him that flips out, not us. Walter's mood turned suddenly several moves ago as he realized a simple mistake had all but decided the game in my favor. Yes, yes, you win, King Gerard, he whines, happy. Well, that doesn't make any sense, he's calm. Okay, well, whatever, I just assumed it was going to be us. So you say, pick them up, I need to make my last move. And then you knock Walter out, and he will lose opinion and prestige. Or say, come, let's go back a few moves. We absolutely would not do that. Or, you could have just conceded. No, we're going to force him to pick the pieces up. We're going to win. In his face. So, no chance that we're going to fail this. We got to unpause this. And so we'll be moving on to the next branch of this tournament here. The semifinals against this count. Isn't that who we set up to kill? Yeah, I think that's who we're trying to kill here. Well, that's interesting. And now we're going against him in the games. So we won't be conceding. We could force him to concede. I feel like that's what we do while we're brave. And so we don't fear him. We're callous and we don't really care that this is kind of cruel. And we're trying to kill him as well. So, and he's in a faction against us. Screw this guy. So yeah, he's gonna concede to us. As that moves us to the next level. Watch this be the first thing we win in the tournaments is a board game. Now, obviously, we still got the finals to go here. Oh, and we got our chance to murder. Is he really our rival? No, he's not our rival. That's kind of weird. But anyways, we didn't look at this. Our friend is actually our aunt here, the Queen of Scotland, Candida. Yeah, because this is our rival. I don't know who this character is. Probably from our childhood, I would assume. Yeah, I don't know how else is a lowborn woman, so a bastard. Yeah, I don't know how she became our rival. I can just assume it's a childhood or something like that, or just some random event that happened. But anyway, we see him clearly at ease, relaxing with company. The competition provides the perfect opportunity for an accident to befall him, In these relaxed surroundings, it shouldn't be hard to slip something into his cup. So we can say, I know an apothecary nearby, costs us 70 gold. So it's a 36% chance he gets a tummy ache, a 38% chance that he becomes ill, but we withdraw. We withdraw from the board game contest. Okay, that would be unfortunate. 25% chance we kill him. Where are those down and outs I saw earlier? This is a lot more money. 47% chance that he's going to increase his intrigue. 29% chance that he subdues the thug. And he'll lose 100 opinion with us. Says there's a rightful imprisonment. Is that of him or of us? It looks like it's under him. But yeah, I don't know why that would be a crime on his part. Or 22% chance that he is killed. Or we can just say this won't work, which are brave. So might not want to do that. And this is more money. It's a lower chance of killing him. A higher chance he actually gets a bonus here. But also a lower chance that... Well, I mean, there's no chance that we're going to just leave the board game. Yeah, none of these are great, but I think our character would probably do this, and let's just hope we don't get that 38% chance that we leave the board game. So we're going against him, because remember, we're in the finals here, so... I don't know what happened there. We didn't get a notification of it. Interesting. Let me just take a look. Maybe it's in here. Alright, so our marshal has a problem there. Our friend Adolf died, so we gained a little bit of stress there. And we have some stress issues here. Another faction created against the Kaiser. Another faction created against us. That's a peasant one. And we also uncovered a secret here. So you might be able to force... This is somebody's wet nurse here. Into your scheme. We have a very good chance of being successful here. We don't really even need to look for secrets anymore. So I think what we're going to do at this point is go ahead and switch up our spy master to instead support the scheme. So we'll have him do that. He's currently collecting taxes rather than increasing development here. We got it up to 16 before. Probably need the taxes because we're having money problems, so we're going to keep him on the collect taxes for now. We got him doing the increased control, though that's not really necessary anymore because we don't hold Luxembourg. So I should probably do it over here because I want to say we don't have full control of this area. Yeah, so that makes the most sense. So I think everything else is good on control. We'll just kind of double check here. Yeah, it's really just that location. So we'll have him increase control there. This helps our brother, of course, but I'm surprised he hasn't been marked as a powerful vassal yet. Yeah, we want to make him the marshal. Maybe when this guy dies, because I think his son is not of age here, so we'll have to see what happens there, guys. Maybe we'll redo it. Who's marked as powerful vassals once that character dies. So this is the final here. The game of chess seems to be going perfectly. I'm thinking 3, 4, maybe even 5 moves ahead of my opponent when suddenly Albrecht makes a move that causes my intricate strategy to melt away like a snowdrop in a candle's flame. I'm completely out of options. If I don't do something rash, I will surely lose the match. So we can say an extra playing piece wouldn't go unnoticed, or would go unnoticed. This is an intrigue challenge with a 99% chance of success because we do have that really good intrigue. And his is garbage, so he wouldn't even notice it. We can say, actually, there's this obscure rule. This is a diplomacy stewardship challenge. Obviously, we want to do that. I think this is what our character would do. We don't care about cheating here. And so we'll see if this will help us win. And we actually completed our murder attempt. That was not a high chance of success, but it worked. I hurry back from the potion seller, who too quickly bought my tale of rats in the stables. As the busy barkeep refills the goblets, it's frighteningly easy to slip the concoction into his drink. Perhaps more unnerving is how quickly he collapses after supping the brew, writhing in pain, choking for help. So that was just way too easy. Alright, so now we have the secret that we murdered him. Has he murdered anybody yet? This is his first. That's his first kill. First of many, I think. So that takes him out, and he's no longer in the faction. So the faction will be weaker. Just take a look at this. Although it looks like they might have got more members here. Unfortunately, yeah, everybody just is coming in against us. Man, okay. Definitely a problem here, guys. Now, given this is just a Liberty faction, but they got 4 months. Maybe we can deal with it. We'll have to see. We're trying to take people out. So yeah, maybe we can just turn it around. But as of right now, we'd have to give in to it. The soft click of moving pieces disturbs the calm. We are deep into the game now, and the game hangs in the balance. I ponder what has already happened, such as when I saw and mulled over an opening to cheat. I'm winning by some margin, provided I can press this advantage hard. Victory is surely on the horizon. So we can say maybe I can draw from my knowledge of warfare. We don't have good learning, but we do have good martial. Learning's average, but martial's great. So a 37% chance of success, because his martial is actually better, so is his learning. So not a good chance of success there, but you could instead say, you seem awfully sure of yourself. So this is a learning diplomacy challenge, even a lower chance of success here. Because again, he has that very good learning, while we do not. Perhaps time for daring move, 37% chance, that's learning intrigue, so one of our strengths versus one of his strengths. So the last option is playing it safe is the right move, and that's just the learning challenge. So the same chance of success with both these two options. I feel like we'd probably go with this one. Perhaps time for a daring move here as a brave character. See if we can get the victory. And yeah, I'm wondering what other events are going to be in this here activity. So the end game. My opponent ignores the trap I laid, but I likewise notice and evade one laid for me. A few tense moves prove more fruitless. Looks like they just mixed those two words up. For both of us, the game is at something of a stalemate as we move towards the end. It's soon clear there's no coming back for Albrecht. I grind him down, inexorably moving towards victory as his position weakens slowly but irretrievably. The judges call an end, and I have won. I'm having trouble reading here, but we got victory. So finally, our first victory in a tournament, and it's with the board game, of all things. Okay, so we beat him. So yeah, we're the contest winner here. We triumph in our intent, which just changed here at the last moment. And there is another contest coming up here as well, the recital, which we are not on track to qualify for. I don't even know if we would participate in that one. But yeah, we get the victory here. No one could match my skill. And so we got that prestige. We won a little bit of money, not much. It's only 25 gold. We did get the Grand Master here, so increasing our learning and our battle roll maximum. Hash looter trait experience gains also increased, and we'll get a prize here at the end. And then we got, or everybody else got the tabletop layer. I won. I actually won. I'm surprised too, buddy. And looks like our wife is pregnant. So there's one more event, the recital. So I don't know that we would even attempt to participate in that one. Yeah, I don't know that we would. We're not very good at diplomacy. I think that one's kind of important for this one. So yeah, I think we're going to try and do another murder intent here. Because there's plenty more people who need to be murdered, guys. So I think that's what we would work on. So let me just kind of scroll through here. And I assume it'd be that count that we'd want to take out. That's a fellow vassal. This guy here, he's one of our knights. And he's a good knight too. It's kind of a bummer having to take him out like this. But yeah, I feel like, let me just take a look here. This faction is still an issue, guys. Yeah, we only have 4 months here. Now he is, oh well, Duke Gottfried's now acting against us too. I mean, everybody is. It's just the way it currently is. And you wouldn't be able to assassinate him as long as he was the spy master. You'd have difficulty with doing that. So maybe you take him out instead. And the new replacement of the guy we killed. He's also in that faction, so didn't really help, guys. That's awesome. So yeah, I think you gotta act against Duke Gottfried. I knew you couldn't trust that guy. Of course we couldn't trust him. Our ancestors knew the way. Let me just take a look here. This is the last thing we're gonna do is set that murder up here, but I did want to take a look if we can appoint anybody to these positions. You can appoint this knight here. That one we had just gotten. Yeah, he can do it. Okay, so yeah, we'll put him in that position. I don't know if there's any successor. Yeah, there's one guy. We'll put the knight. He's an older guy, so probably won't ever succeed to that. But yeah, now we just need to get this one put back in place. You gotta have a knight that can do that, though. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and do this last thing here. Set up this murder intent. of Duke Gottfried. I think that's the best choice as far as just trying to stop this. I mean, maybe his heir. Yeah, his heir could be a problem too. Especially because I'm not going to want to give him any positions. Yeah, I guess we take out him next. We might not even be able to do it though. We'll just have to see what happens here. But yeah, we just lots of problems here, guys. Everybody dislikes our character, and so yeah, it's a pretty big issue here. And you know, there's a lot of reasons why they dislike us, but I think not having a male heir is one of the problems. So if we have a boy here, that might fix some of the opinion. I mean, that's only a negative 19 right now. The opinion of the predecessor is affecting us with some characters as well. I thought everybody liked our previous character. Yeah, we're getting hit by that one. But yeah, the absolute crown authority's pretty big hits. This guy's never going to be happy because he wants all those titles there, which we're not going to grant him. So he's never really going to be happy with us. He hates us, actually. So yeah, nothing to be done there. Also, we're not his rightful liege either. So another thing that's causing problems there. But yeah, lots of problems here with the opinion. So he's got to take him out. Assassinations and other intrigue plots. We need to make our way through that perk tree to be able to get some of those bonuses. But yeah, not a lot of progress in this episode either. Just too much going on here with the tournament and having a new character. Our last character died. So yeah, making really slow progress now with all these things happening here. But I think it's pretty interesting, all the different events that we're currently getting. And doing this this current tournament, which is very different from past tournaments. You know, with the board game and the recital. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.